Hi, everybody. Welcome to this briefing. Today, we are talking about enterprise voice infrastructure and kind of the journey it's on from back when I was doing more active deployments, putting physical boxes into enterprise-owned data centers, into kind of cloud native, public cloud, hybrid. I've got Gordon, who's definitely the best person to speak to. Gordon, do you just want to give us a bit of an overview of your role and I think kind of what you do at Ribbon?
Sure. Thanks, Tom, and thanks everybody for joining. Again, my name is Gordon Eddy. I'm VP of Product Management at Ribbon. I cover Ribbon's SBC policy management platforms from a product management perspective. I'm happy to be here and have you guys join the call. And as Tom said, we'll talk a little bit about sort of the enterprise evolution of voice solutions.
So let's start there, Gordon, because you speak to a lot of customers and you've been in this space for a while, and you actually looked after or still look after the physical SBCs, I believe, at Ribbon as well. So,
Sure.
what's that journey been for customers in terms of the infrastructure they're choosing?
Yeah, for sure. So as you may know, but I'll share a little bit, Ribbon has been a market leader in providing secure voice communication solutions for over 25 years. And we've evolved really against market needs and market demands and how networks have also evolved. So we started out with on-prem and solutions, which we still offer today. Customers are interested in for both edge and core. But we virtualized our solutions probably over a decade ago, so we can make our products and our applications available on industry standard solutions or off-the-shelf servers running on different hypervisors. And then recently, over the last couple of years, we evolved further to develop our cloud native versions of our solutions, so cloud native editions. They're a fully containerized solution set based on a microservice architecture. So we've evolved as customers have evolved in terms of transforming their network to make, to add operational efficiency, improve their time to market for new services, to reduce costs. So a lot of our evolution has mirrored, as the industry has evolved as well.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you have all of those options today, because I'm guessing it changes organization to organization, country to country, vertical to vertical. Is there anybody that's kind of going all one way or all the other? What do you see?
Well, I think, as we've developed our cloud native solutions and we look at our larger enterprise set, there's certainly a lot of interest there. So taking the operational efficiency, the service innovation, speed to market for new solutions, and I think above all that, the automation. So how do they reduce costs through, improving how they do their upgrades, how they manage the network, and how they troubleshoot as well. Certainly larger enterprises move in that direction. When we think about these organizations too, though, they also still have different needs for their geographical deployment. So still need for certain devices on-prem at the edge with, I'll say historical legacy interfaces. Those are required as well. So it is kind of a mix. But certainly from a large enterprise perspective, we see a lot of interest in the evolution to the cloud and leveraging, a private data center for cloud infrastructure or the public cloud as well, because there's some benefits there too.
Awesome. And then you guys do a lot of carrier grade stuff as well. So you've got the carriers also doing public cloud, and it seems like that in particular is growth area. I know you've been doing a lot with Amazon and AWS recently. It'd be great to dive into that.
Yeah, and first on the service providers, yeah, it's interesting. Certainly a lot of interest in our cloud native solutions are evolving their voice infrastructure to that. A little slower, I would say, to adopt public cloud for those particular customers. Whereas with the enterprises, they're looking to maybe outsource a lot of their IT functions. So a lot of the network.
Yeah, they've already been on that journey for a whole bunch of other workloads. Right. So they're probably already working with one of the big public clouds, in fact, almost certainly, like who isn't these days. Yeah, voice tends to be one of the later workloads to go, doesn't it, in terms of that stuff? So
exactly. They've already done that, and in a lot of cases, they have already a relationship with a public cloud vendor like an AWS, as you mentioned. So it's a natural evolution, and they don't want to have silos of a private data center for certain functions, and then everything else is deployed in the cloud. So there's a lot of interest there to have a common infrastructure, and a lot of it is ending up in public cloud for the enterprises, where the service providers are maybe not as quick to adopt, a little bit more want to have the control within their environment, and they have the expertise in-house still to manage those networks.
That makes sense.
But you mentioned AWS, so yes, we, so from our cloud native solution perspective, we introduced that a couple of years ago, and last year we made it available as well in AWS, both our fixed as well as our variable resource solution. So made that available last fall, and then we announced very recently a partnership with AWS. It's a strategic collaboration agreement, so we're working very closely with them. Both from a commercial, from a customer engagement perspective, as well as technically. So the customer engagement, working together, kind of co-selling to customers where it makes sense, where customers have interest in moving to the public cloud, specifically to AWS, and then also technically. So we're optimizing our solution to run in AWS, to make it more efficient, to take advantage of some of the AWS tool set that's available for both deployment, so things like introducing a new software load, as well as automating, from an AIOps perspective, management, troubleshooting, fault identification, using some of the tools as well. So it's a great partnership working together, again, with the goal of providing a better, more optimized and innovative solution for our customers.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting. Like, I know you guys support kind of all the big public clouds, but it's interesting though, some of those uniques you mentioned where you're getting really tight with the Amazon, like AWS tooling and kind of way of doing things, I guess, both technically and commercially.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, yeah, we support running our products. In fact, we in other public clouds. In fact, our virtual solutions have been available in various public clouds for a number of years. It's just the recent partnership with AWS. We've done some optimization to work with them more closely from a cloud native perspective.
Awesome. And how does like your own tooling, so Acumen and kind of AIOps, how does that play into the Amazon conversation?
Yeah, well, let's first talk a little bit about Acumen. And I was just at MWC last week, Mobile World Congress, which is more of a service provider show, obviously, but an awful lot of interest in our story and our solution set relative to the availability of a cloud native solution, but more around what we're doing with automation in our intelligent automation platform with Acumen. So it's really aimed at kind of three different areas. DevOps, which I alluded to a little bit in terms of upgrades, managing the overall product lifecycle, test automation, so upfront validation of a new workload, a new release before it's deployed, and then AIOps. So a lot of interest there in terms of collecting useful information, analytics, troubleshooting, and then doing predictive maintenance. And then security ops is another area, and that's around risk assessment, mitigation control, and addressing potential security threats with the platform. So those are the sort of the three dimensions of Acumen. That's layered on top of the infrastructure, the voice infrastructure solutions that we provide to make a real holistic story for customers who are making that move to a transformed network to cloud, to a cloud migration scenario. But that can be used in a virtual deployment, and it can even be used in an appliance-based deployment as well, the automation solution. But it's really
those visibility,
what we're doing with AWS and some of the tools that are available there.
That makes sense. And those tools can span different deployment styles as well, can't they? So you don't have to go, for example, fully public cloud to take advantage of that. Am I right?
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. In fact, whether it's our enterprise customers or our service provider customers, they're all on their own different journey and time scale and kind of what they're doing with their existing network and how they may want to evolve it for, to the cloud or to adopt new services. So we need to provide, the ability to support hybrid environments, and our automation tool set is complement to that.
Yeah, the SecOps is really interesting to me. Like I'm hearing that come up a lot in enterprise conversations, and it's like the skill of managing traditional voice infrastructure is actually getting harder to hire and maintain in house. So the ability to automate it and manage it a bit more like IT infrastructure, if that makes sense, fits
Yeah,
well into IT ops.
yeah, for sure. It's there's the element of vulnerability assessment and the speed to remediation of that. That's one aspect of that, and doing that on a continuous basis, and it's becoming more and more. It's almost like a functional requirement. It's part and parcel to choosing a vendor and delivering a deployment. But the predictive part, the trying to identify risks ahead of time and doing that on an ongoing basis, and then immediate mitigation and remediation and control of that, and getting things implemented or addressed before they become a problem, another key element. And certainly our enterprise customers are keen to have that kind of capability for their networks.
So for enterprises listening into this, they're probably interested in different voice options. Like again, you could use different public clouds, but specifically since we're talking about AWS, like if they haven't done any voice in public cloud, what does getting started look like?
For those types of customers. And again, a lot of them, as we mentioned earlier, have already got an AWS or another public cloud practice. So they're familiar with that. But in terms of getting started, we certainly want to look first and foremost at the call flows that they're running. We want to understand, if they already have a automation practice for CI/CD for their upfront getting their workloads. We'll adapt to if they already have an automation practice, or we can utilize Acumen to help them with that automation of those workloads and getting up and running in AWS. But we have a team to certainly help them get started, and familiarity with already getting these deployed. We have a number of customers who have already deployed not only our cloud native solutions, but deployed in AWS as well.
That's interesting. So you end up talking to a combination of maybe the team who own voice or networks, and probably the team who are public cloud infrastructure and pipeline and deployment, and then I guess as well SecOps from a management point
Yeah,
of view.
and security too, for sure.
Awesome. Well, if people want to find out more, Gordon, where's the best place to start?
Well, certainly go to ribbon.com or talk to your Ribbon salesperson. But anybody here at Ribbon would be happy to help. And in the end, our goal is to help our customers along their network journey and their migration plans. So, as I said, folks are at different stages, and some are more interested in on-prem solutions. Some are ready to leverage some of the strengths of public cloud. Our goals are really around providing innovative solutions, and operational efficiency is, I think, the key thing.
Awesome, good. Well, thanks for catching us up, and congrats on that AWS news. Sounds like a really great relationship, and we'll catch up again soon. Maybe even drag some public cloud customers onto the podcast or something and get their input.
Yeah, that sounds good. That would be that'd definitely be a good subject for a podcast. So again, appreciate your time too, Tom, in setting up the podcast.
Awesome, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.